To round it off, I'll also retrace the edge in black, and the two cakes are finished. And since the skeleton shoots arrows, I might as well add a quiver. But I only own Lego quivers in brown, so I'll change the color by painting it black, and then retrace the strings with red color to highlight the deadliness of our sniper. To go along with the black quiver, I'll also cover the bow in black. We'll get to the bow's abilities later, but now let's finish the head. As a base color, I'll use the same dark grey that I use for the capes. And whilst this part is dry, let me paint the other eye in light grey. And now that the grey dried, I'll paint the exact same crosshair I already painted onto the cloak, onto the techno thingy. The final step is to take all the finished parts and put the puzzle back together. Now I'm going to attach the rangefinder and our skeleton sniper is completed. I'll name the new mob Spectre, because of its spectral vision. It can spot players even through blocks. You only have to lower the rangefinder and the target immediately gets highlighted.
Oh, come on!
And once the Spectre shoots its first arrow, it toggles the cloak ability. This means the skeleton becomes invisible for 20 seconds. This makes it extremely hard to pinpoint our sniper. On top of that, the cloak is enchanted with projectile protection 4. This makes it almost impossible to snipe the sniper. The only real option is to switch weapons, get close and defeat the skeleton with a sword. But also that is quite the challenge, because the bow shoots arrows that penetrate a shield and deal double the damage of normal shots. But if you ever manage to kill the skeleton, you can get unique mob drops. One of them is the Spectre bow, of course. Another item is the Phantom cloak. It gives you the ability to become invisible for 20 seconds.
Where am I?
And with the rangefinder lens, you can temporarily spot hostile mobs even through blocks. Yo! This is so cool! Now that we successfully tested the first, boss-like mob, we can upgrade the next mob, a villager. A villager seems extremely powerful because you can get pretty strong items by trading with emeralds. So what's his weakness? And not like this. Samurai also has outblack. Secret ability, unfortunately. Rather than, and this is justified because a man and tested 2 minifigures, so let us transform the next one, Epiglade. Their weakness is obvious. No matter how strong you make them, as soon as you decide to wear a gold piece, you become their best friend. On top of that, you can simply build up a few blocks and eliminate the piglin from there. Time to change that. And what we need is a leader that can unite piglins, tell them who is their enemy, and create a no-build zone. And to make this cool leader, I have to upgrade every single piece of a piglin, starting with the legs. And because I want our commander to be infected by lava, I'm going to steal a trans-orange leg from Dragonform Code and combine it with the brown pants. But before I put the parts back together, I'll use a tool to sand away on both sides of the middle section. This way, I can create a tiny gap that prevents the paint from being scratched off when I move the painted legs. But painting the legs is pretty basic. I want to show you how to upgrade the torso. First up, I have to clean it. But now I can map it all out with black color before adding a bunch of orange streams to simulate lava running through the piglin's body like blood. And the torso is also completed. For the head, I'll go with the Minecraft movie style because it makes painting face expressions so much easier. And I guess I have it a little with grey and white eyes. This time, however, it has no special ability. In fact, it got slashed in a battle, making it completely useless. But that didn't stop our piglin from becoming a commander, and because of that, I created him a crown to show his status. Now let's put the head into the oven. I think this head looks amazing, but even better after I paint the crown in gold. But what else is typical for a leader? Right, a cape. Many supervillains have one, and mine is going to be torn and veined by streams of lava. Now the minifigure is complete. I call him Commander Ashtar. The last step is to upgrade his weapon, because a basic gold sword is definitely not worthy of this fighter. Instead, I'll take a 3D model of a double-bladed axe and paint that one in the same colors I used for the minifigure. Now our commander is truly finished. And once Commander Ashtar spawns, he has the ability to rebuild piglins within his radius to form a terrain unit that is no longer fooled by gold armor. And once Commander Ashtar drops below half his form, he'll spawn another batch of piglins that are loyal members of his unit. Only a gold helm on us. He's really basic, even in a full diamond armor. So I decided to create a full set of new armor, which I call Dragon Armor. My first step is to mold and 3D print the armor.
One eternity later.
The second step is to paint the entire thing, and since the armor will be crafted out of diamond armor and a rare upgrade template, the main color will be dark blue. The specialty of the chest plate is that it is merged with an elytra, so you dragon head with big horns, evil eyes, and sharp teeth. The legs, however, will stay the same. Well, not entirely. I'll paint them in the same royal blue that I used to paint the rest of the armor. This way we have a full set of dragon armor. But if we have dragon armor, we should also have a dragon sword. So I'll design and 3D print another 3D sword. This time, the hilt is decorated by a dragon head. The blade of the sword I'll paint in bright blue, just like a normal diamond sword. But the head of the dragon, once again in royal blue. Now it looks like the dragon sword is breathing blue fire. And talking about dragon breath, the sword not only appears like this, but if you hit the ground in front of it, you will set everything ahead of you on
Ayam
fire.
itu tadi sada mah. Sada ayam yang tadi.
Ada.
Kada.
Ada.
Oh.
Boleh makan.
Oh ya.
It's blue fire, of course, because it is a blue dragon. Now Steve can fly around in his dragon armor and attack enemies with his powerful sword. That went quick. This new warrior is really strong, but not every village has such a strong warrior to protect them, and Anayasu is super rare. This means we could do with an Iron Golem upgrade nonetheless. A normal Golem is super powerful in but as soon as he has to fight a long-range attacker, he's useless. Even more so if the attacker is standing beneath a tree, or much worse, on top. Then the Golem stands absolutely no chance. To counter this weakness, I want to create an Iron Golem with an energy shield. This way, enemies will be forced to go to the Golem, which is a terrible idea. And because such a shield needs a lot of energy, the upgraded Iron Golem will be powered by a diamond energy core. The legs I'll connect with a ball joint, and the feet via a small bar. For the arms, I'll create a blocky shoulder, and from there, expand the arms downwards until they end in two heavy claws. But if I simply attach the head, it looks kinda bad, so I'll use a cutting disc to cut away some of the backside of the head. Now I can refine the edges with a scalpel, and then use a different sanding tool to remove parts of the middle tube. The final step is to glue the head to a 1x3 tile. This makes it really easy for me to attach the head to the rest of the golem. Another essential detail of a typical golem are the vines. And because our golem is more powerful than the original one, he's also growing more vines. To create the vines, I'll take some putty and flatten it like a pizza dough. So we also learn to bake on this channel, because step 2 is to cut the Fimo to the appropriate size. For this, I'll put the Lego parts under the Fimo and then cut out their shape. Because the vines have to be in a Minecraft style, it takes me so long to shape all the sections the way I want them to be. And that for all the other sections as well. But Ninja never quit. So I'll also do the other parts, no matter the cost. Boom! It's finally time to also put these parts into the oven.
One eternity later.
And it's time to paint. First, I'll cover all the sections in white as a base. And now I'll mix the correct green, which I'll use as the main color for all the vine sections. And the golem could be finished. But hold on to your pickaxes. We have forgotten about the infamous white eye. Only true heroes like Herobrine have one. Well, this time it's actually light blue, and also features no special ability, that it incorporates the energy flowing through the golem. And our golem upgrade is complete. I got heavily inspired by Kipper's design, and let's see how much stronger he is compared to the original version. For this, each of the golems have to defend a village against the same raid, consisting of a Revenger, 2 Pillagers, 2 Vindicators, and a Witch. The golem wins if the villagers survive. Let's test the normal golem. The golem immediately launches himself at the attacker, dealing heavy damage. But what he doesn't realize is the fact that pillagers are invading the village and take out the villagers. So the defenses fail. Now let's reset everything except that this time an Eon say an upgraded golem is protecting the village. And instead of launching himself at the attackers, an Eon say falls back and rallies the villagers around. Then he activates his Iron Shield that protects him from long range attacks. This means the raiders have to close in and attack him directly. Now our Eon Safe can lift his heavy clubs and crush them. Victory Royale! comment which upgrade was best and what other mods could do with an upgrade. See ya in the next video.
Udah mak beli.
I remade better versions of every mob in Minecraft. Zombies are traditionally kind of boring, so let's make it way better. Starting by giving it all these rips on its clothing. And to make it really cool, I'm gonna have acids flowing through its body. I'll also have its ribs showing through the body just like this. It might be a zombie, but the skeleton is awesome. Let's grab this neon green and use it on the eyes. Then I'm gonna remove his arm here and replace it with some corroded bone. When I think of zombies, I think of infections. So I'm gonna give it this giant mass on its shoulder. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Now that is a better zombie. Ugh. He's so infested with some nasty fungus. As you get close to him, you actually start getting nauseous. Let's make this infection grow even more wild. And I gotta be careful not to get too close for too long. I'm getting so very nauseous, but I have yet to see a nauseous cow. So far, it looks like they've come to a mutual agreement and found peace. Maybe I introduce a less peaceful option. Oh no, this is not good. They're spreading their infection all over. Is the infection really that bad? Oh, golly! Back up! Yikes! My goodness, thank you so much. Here, have a beautiful dandelion. Oh, getting nauseous. This might be a...
Give me your son. If you want a buck, put the suit on. Hey, looking fresh. Say I bet. Louder. Now say AO2. Hey, you're me now. I go. I'll take care of your son. Don't worry, bro. He's gonna be fine. They're just playing, bro. They're playing. Okay, but they're gonna let him go right now. He's screwed! Well, I have a responsibility to take care of me. I'm naming you Rox Jr. We're gonna beat the game together! No! Hey, your son's dead, bro. I just destroyed a family. It's getting dark. I need to find somewhere to sleep. Surely there's no village, right? Oh, shoot, there is. Alright, just gotta take this guy's bed. Oh, he's dreaming. No, it's a bad dream. This girl's cheating. No! You hear me, bro? Forgive her! Bro, forgive her! Enderman, nah, she's wild. I gotta take this bed. Bro, what? Fine, let's make it come true! Let's try this house. Oh, he's dreaming about me! It's a timed mission! Oh my god, I don't care anymore! I'm pulling the bed from under the villager! It's too heavy! Yo, come here! Alright, bro, give me the bed. Dude! Okay, there's no way you guys can't move this bed now, though. Alright, go! Now, let's see how much we move it. That hurts! I bet! Food! Oh my god, we're almost got...
Waktu sebelumnya saat Rososo berubah, ternyata di samping mereka ada Ultraman lain. Betul, ada Ultraman lain kan? Yang mana aku tahu, mana tak serem lagi. Enak aja, aku ganteng tahu. Dan tiba-tiba Bemstar sertakan.
I didn't want to be this way. I know what I'm doing. I know how horrific it is. Do I wish I never had a bite of crunchy, swirly cinnamon toast crunch? No. Because even though it's alienated me from everything and everyone I've ever loved, whenever I taste cinnamon dust, I know I'd do it all again. Go ahead, judge me. I know it's wrong for me to want to eat cinnamon toast crunch.
Dadah semua. Dadah semua. Besok aku bikin video lagi. So